Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the GQ Jedi. If you're not already subscribed to me, blast that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. Now today we're going to review the Droid Factory playset. I've been waiting to do that. It's an awesome playset. Finally got one and I thought it would be a good time to review that bad boy. So let's go check out R2 in the playset.
The Jawas were the infamous small dark-robed creatures that combed the deserts of Tatooine in search of droids. They were always on the move inside their giant sandcrawler looking for any shiny bits to collect and trade. R2D2 and C-3PO didn't make it too far into the desert after crash landing on Tatooine before being picked up by those Jawas. So Kenner decided to give the Jawas a place to work on all their newly acquired droids. Not seen in the movie but merely dreamed up by Kenner, the Droid Factory playset was released in 1979 and it came in a large box featuring the new Jawa playset. And right in the middle was our hero, R2D2, the new action figure that was included. The playset itself was a large plastic orange base that came with a swivel crane that allowed kids to hoist and transport the various droid pieces that were housed inside the base of this playset. The side panels of the box showed various droids that one could make with all the pieces that were included inside of this playset, which is very cool. It even showed on the side of the box the swivel crane. This kid's got the luckiest and easiest job in the entire galaxy. The playset came with 38 different robot parts and enabled kids to build many variations of droids by following the blueprints that Kenner had included inside this playset, which is pretty sweet. So kids would have an idea of what was possible, have an actual blueprint to build things with, which was very cool. Kenner always did make it easy for kids to build any toy that they put out for the Star Wars line. And this playset was no exception. These blueprints were really detailed yet easy to read, and it showed you exactly how to build the crane, showed you what parts were supposed to be assembled for permanent basis, showed you about the legs, how to connect the legs with connector pins. And then it would, of course, show you all the different variations of droids that one could build. There were so many parts, so many options. I mean, look at this. Look at all the different droids that you could build. I mean, the imagination runs wild, and Kenner took some time to properly think out, think about what kids would want to build, what would be the most fun. Like this monster droid, it's huge. Using almost all the pieces, you could build this crazy, crazy droid. I mean, what kid wouldn't want to do that? Again, just ingenuity, creativity, Kenner just showing kids what was possible with this playset. It wasn't like a 1-2 punch and it's over. It was like, no, man, you had options. You could spend a day building different droid sets. And on the back side, it showed exactly where each piece in this playset went when you were all done playing with it. So hopefully you didn't lose anything because you knew exactly where it went when you were done. The playset included 2 metal axles. You got 12 white connector pins for various droid pieces. You also got 2 orange hydraulic hoses for connecting droids, giving them power. You also got 2 black tracks, as well as 4 wheels that could snap into the axles, and as well as a bunch of various droid arm attachments so you could make all your different droids. The greatest addition of this playset, and perhaps the main reason why kids and collectors now want this playset, is the inclusion of everyone's favorite Astromech droid, R2D2. Kids could now build their very own R2D2 action figure, and that was just so awesome because it was never possible really before. This playset enabled kids to build R2 from the ground up, which is pretty sweet, and it included the third leg. The infamous third leg that we always see in the films R2 uses to get around on, but no other action figure of R2 had this third leg prior to this moment. So this figure is a very special addition for any collection. It's all about the third leg, the decal, which mine's a little yellowed, and of course the shiny dome. You know, it's those components are what people look for when trying to lock down this figure for their very own collection. My 2 orange hydraulic hoses aren't cut, so I'm not going to monkey with them trying to build other droids, but I will show you how to build R2. You just pop this connector pin in here. You take one leg, pop it into either side of him. They just kind of pop right in. Very easy to do. You'll know you got the right leg because they are identical. R2 has specific legs for him. And then there is, of course, his head, which also just kind of pops onto this little peg right here. It swivels around. It doesn't click like the other R2 figures, unfortunately, but it still looks awesome nonetheless. And then, of course, the infamous third leg, which is the crown jewel of this action figure, and that just slips right into the bottom of him, and voila, there you go. There is a beautiful R2D2 with the third appendage. A true screen accurate version of him from the original trilogy, which is pretty dang awesome. I think at the time of its release, the Droid Factory playset made a splash due to the fact that kids could finally make their own droids, and it came with R2D2, and it was a special R2D2, one that really looked like him with the third leg. I absolutely love this R2. I hunted down this playset for a long time before I finally found a complete one that looked great with all the pieces, the hoses, uncut, great R2, well worth the wait. I really do think this playset is pretty sweet.
Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and if you enjoyed the video, give that like button a thumbs up because it really helps out the channel. And if you've not done so, blast that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. And remember, collect or collect not, there is no try.